but I always wanted to start my own business from scratch. Could I do it? I had to prove to myself that I could do it. SquareCoil, my software company, was the first company that I had that was from scratch, from ground up, day one, day zero, did not exist. I opened up the first business. I got my first business license. Everything was a first with me at the helm, doing it, pushing through, getting it done. And SquareCoil is 10 years old, 7-figure revenue streaming company, does very well for itself. We are not at the one. You guys always hear that 0 to 1% of the market share. That's I've made it if you get 1%. We're just almost at 1%. God, we're nipping at it. We're going to get it this year coming up. Or maybe not 2023, but definitely 24. We'll get at that 1%. So that company is a living, breathing machine that's on its own. It doesn't need any catering, doesn't need any care to it. It can function on its own and rock on. I was able to do that. It's a huge I made it moment. I was able to create a business and create a solution to other companies based on what I like to do. My question to you guys is, what is your next I made it moment coming up on your agenda? How far until you're going to reach that? Do you even have one? If you don't have one, I need you to give me a 1 month, 6 month, and a 1 year I made it moments. If you listen to the last podcast, I talked about what happened at the house, but I love the sound of water. When I go on vacation, which is very slim, so I don't like to go on vacation, it has to be water. It has to be an ocean of some kind. I love water. I have a 14-foot wide, 7 or 8 foot tall waterfall. And it sounds like a waterfall. It doesn't sound like somebody peeing. It sounds like a legit waterfall. I love it. That's an I made it moment that just happened 2 weeks ago. I actually have a full waterfall. I can go out there. I can read a book. I can turn on a waterfall and de-stress and just listen to the beautiful sounds of nature and de-stress. That's an I made it moment. Took me 44 years to get to that I made it moment. Didn't know I wanted it until 2 years ago. But I realized what it was. And 2 years ago, I set that I made it moment. I got it 2 weeks ago. My next I made it moment is to move SquareCoil in its own facility. Yes, we got the building, but the TIs aren't done. We haven't moved yet. We haven't established there. We actually don't have our own address. We're still renting from another company. That hasn't happened yet, but that next I made it moment is probably going to be in 4 or 5 months when we actually can get to move in. Your guys' I made it moments have to be special to you because you've accomplished something. It's going to make you feel proud right here. Right here makes you feel proud of who you are and what's going on, right in your chest, right in your soul. That's what I'm looking for when I say I made it moments. That's how I want you guys to put your head down and think about those. That's how you're going to strive in life. And I talked about a lot of material things here because that's what drives me. I like material things around me. It likes my life being easier. That does not have to be your accomplishments. Go see an artist that you've never seen before, but you love and listen to their music all the time. Go find a relationship with a good person that understands you and you can talk to them. There are so many different versions of I made it moments. It doesn't have to be material things like I pointed out in my world, my journey. That's me. You guys can have your own. But if you have your accomplishments, I think your dopamine levels and your happiness levels and all that are going to go up. And I think in the end of the day, you're just going to be a happier person. So do me a favor, follow us on YouTube and the AC Method. I would like to see your comments. What are your I made it moments? Which ones have you accomplished? And I want to hear which ones have you not accomplished? And maybe even how can I help?